Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're a first time watcher, glad to have you here. If you're a returning favorite, welcome on back. Yeah, I'm a little late on this because I was actually hoping to have one of the scents that just hasn't shipped yet. I waited as long as I could, and this morning is it. I'm obviously recording this on Friday, September 22nd, and this new Kringle candle launch happens tomorrow, September 23rd at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So let's go. There are seven new fragrances in this reserve collection. It's the fall reserve. I have 6 of them here. So basically, looks like they're doing fall seasonal reserve line. So hopefully there'll be a holiday one with some other either new stuff or returning fragrances from holiday. Okay, 9 a.m. September 23rd Eastern Standard Time. You can save 15% by going using code phillycandleman. They are $34 regularly, right? So the price did go up. So you can save 15%, but just like the other stuff in the Kringle line, they did go up to $34, these particularly. All right, so let's go over to one that I don't have here first, and that is Great Pumpkin. That one is a great label. It's just a black background with a half a pumpkin. Just simple but effective. Pumpkin and cinnamon are the top notes, with nutmeg, ginger root as the mid notes, and then toffee and vanilla on the bottom notes there. So not sure how that toffee is going to come into play. I'm kind of hoping it's like a pumpkin. Oh, I'm drawing a blank on that. Pumpkin carving. I'm hoping from Bath and Body Works, like a pumpkin carving type fragrance. So we'll see with that. So let's go over what I have here. We'll go one by one. Santol and Pumpkin. Right here. Red Maple. Enjoying that. Now this one is a returning scent, but I believe from what I'm hearing it's tweaked because I never smelled the original. But the name and at least some of the scent notes are back, and that's Royal Cherries. Right there. Then we have Radiant Apple. This is a funky one. Right there. Gilded Leaves. Right. And then Pumpkin Buns. Right there. So again, they're all 22-ounce soy wax jars in the special translucent black. So, Radiant Apple. Start with this one here. This one's funky. Blue pearmain apple. I've never heard it before. I looked it up. It's like a Midwest apple there. It is not blue. Even though the label is blue and it says blue, it is not blue. Ruby red grapefruit, lemon zest, pineapple, top notes. And then mid notes, this is where it gets funky. That's where I'm picking up a lot in here. Blue raspberry, bitter verbena, tender violet blossom, and then the bottom notes of cane sugar and white woods. So like that blue raspberry is really prevalent in here. You get a little bit of that lemon zest with the blue raspberry. Kind of almost feels like a cotton candy type summer fragrance, but there's a little bit of like an apple note in here. But to me, this is more like on the sugary, sweeter side, at least on cold. Unique. That's kind of what these reserves are supposed to be. Right? They're supposed to be unique fragrances. So give them the uniqueness on this. Yeah, I can't get over that blue raspberry note in there. Just all like the juices, right? The grapefruit juice, the pineapple juice, the raspberry, the lemon. It's stop short of unicorn poop. Here's the blue. We're at Radiant Apple right here. Here's Radiant Apple. Here's unicorn poop. Not too far, in my opinion. All right. Let's go with this one here. Royal Cherries. Royal Cherries. And they are all the white wax, by the way. Now, this was really nice. Cherry, sweet almond, pineapple on the top. rose, white flower in the middle, and then musk, creamy sandalwood, and caramel on the bottom. So I don't usually tend to like cherry fragrances. I love like cherry pie, like a tart cherry. Like, give me a tart cherry, and I really like it. Although I do like a cherry limeade fragrance for sure. But this gives a nice, zesty, tangy tart cherry with almond in there. And then I am picking up that rose, that nice, delicate rose fragrance is coming in here. But the rose or the cherry and the almond sit up top for sure. So if you're afraid of the floral note in here, don't be too afraid, because I am picking up a little bit of it, but not enough, at least on cold, not enough to overpower the fragrance. Still a cherry fragrance at heart. What we got here? All right, let's go with pumpkin buns. And I am sitting a little this way because I have my Halloween village right here, so this room is still a mess. I'm still trying to put Halloween out, clean up, so I just had to find a chair and table spot. So here's pumpkin buns. I really like this label. Those are pumpkin shaped bread, pumpkin shaped rolls, pumpkin shaped buns. Okay. Pumpkin, apple, peach, and clove top notes. Cinnamon, ginger, mixed nuts, and nutmeg. Mid notes, caramel, maple syrup, milk, and vanilla. Bottom. So this is like a nutty pumpkin. Nutty pumpkin with a little bit of that clove going on here. So they take like a fresh pumpkin, put in like some nuts, almonds, or not cashews, but any of like yeah, nutmeg and mixed nuts in here. I'm not picking maple syrup. The vanilla helps round it out, so it's not like a super sweet fragrance, but it's on the sweeter side of savory, right? So like, you know, it has like sweet and savory. This is certainly a little bit more sweeter than savory. It's not overly powerful, right? Like, it's not super. It's scented. It's not weak. It's not light on cold. It's just right in my opinion. If it were any stronger, I think it could go cloying. If it were any stronger on cold. There you have that one. What do we got here? We got 3 left. Let's go with Santol. These are probably my 3 favorite. Santol and Pumpkin. Really like this, the white pumpkin there. This should have been a Halloween fragrance. Should have been a Halloween fragrance. Pumpkin puree, nutmeg and clove, top notes. Mid notes of white leather and rich santal accord, and bottom notes of vanilla, glowing amber, patchouli, and caramel musk. So you do get the pumpkin puree and the clove, but that leather comes in and just transforms this candle with the patchouli and the bottom notes here. And you do get the amber, the glowing amber, right? A little brighter. This probably should have been in the Halloween collection. I would have taken out, what would I have taken out? Oh yeah, I would have taken out Poison Apple. Hate that fragrance. Taking Poison Apple out, put this in. Yeah, this is the pumpkin and that leather. Now, don't get me wrong, the leather is not super powerful and super strong in here, but it just adds like a nice warmth to it. This is definitely in my top 3. Now, these top 3 here, I can't really. I do have a favorite, but the other ones are a close second, or a tie for second. Yeah, definitely give that a shot if you wanted something different in the Halloween line. That probably should have been in the Halloween line. Next up, Red Maple. Love this label. Simple but effective. This is interesting. and I know kind of where they were going with this. So jasmine, orange, and saffron. It's top notes, mid notes of ambergris. We're going to talk about that. We've talked about, they've used ambergris before. I'll refresh your memory on what it is. Cedarwood, vanilla, and then fir, moss, and musk. So saffron, super heavy in this. Undeniable saffron in here. Jasmine, it's in there. It kind of reminds me of that Yankee Candle UK exclusive they did a few years back, like 2017 or 2018. They had a saffron candle. Kind of reminds me a little bit of that, but the ambergris and the cedarwood. So the ambergris is produced by sperm whales in their digestive tract. It's kind of like a bile type deal, and it does tend to go on the earthy side, right? After a while, so there is stuff from a sperm whale, not physical parts, but you know, the scent is in here. I like it. I know some people I think are going to go either way on this one, but the saffron, I don't typically like saffron. That's what's interesting about this. I think how they rounded it out with the cedarwood and the ambergris, just, it works. I think it works. So that's going to be a love it or hate it type fragrance, I feel. That might be the most divisive candle in this. And now my number one favorite, Gilded Leaves. I do wish that they put the metallic leaf treatment on these leaves. That would have been great. They did it kind of with they did it with red maple. I think it would have looked great on the gold there. Gilded Leaves, autumn leaf, mountain laurel, berry bitters, mid notes of tobacco leaf, fresh hewn cedar, glistening amber, and base notes of earthy patchouli, vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. This is fall, out on the farm, hayride, like in a jar. It's so authentic to fall, I think. A tobacco leaf is in here nice. The cedar is in here nice. The laurel. And there's the brightness of some berry notes in here. It's a very well-rounded fragrance, in my opinion here. Not really picking up the patchouli or the sandalwood. It's a nice, brighter fragrance. Earthy and bright at the same time, if that makes sense. But this is my number one. Autumn leaf. Like perfect outside fall fragrance. Right there. So my favorites, again, Gilded Leaf, or Gilded Leaves rather. Red maple, gonna be divisive. One of those. And then a Santal and Pumpkin. So the other ones aren't bad. Great pumpkin. I think I'm gonna like it. It might bump one of these down when I get it, but I won't have it in time, unfortunately, to review for tomorrow's launch. So, all right, guys, that's what I have for you. Remember, Philly Candleman saves you 15% on your purchase. They are retailing for $34. So there you have it, and stay safe out there. I'll be back for more.